Welcome back, members. Can I have attention this side? It's time to start with our next contest, that is Table Topics contest. To conduct this contest, we have our contest master. With huge round of applause, let's welcome Toastmaster Whitefield Suresh.
Thank you very much, Contest Chair, for that wonderful welcome on stage, and thank you, audience, for that beautiful applause. Are we ready for a marathon contest? Yes. Why do I say marathon? Hold that thought. Welcome to the 2024-2025 Table Topics Contest for Whitefield Toastmasters Club. Big round of applause. From the members here, which area do we belong to?
D1.
D1. Which division? D. District. Thank you. You saved me one sentence. My name is Whitefield Suresh and I am the contest master for this contest. The winner of today's contest will advance to the area level contest, which is happening on 23rd of November 2024. We will conduct this contest completely in line with the rules mentioned in the latest speech contest rule book published by Toastmasters International. I will now read out the rules of the Table Topics contest in brief. Please listen carefully. All contestants will speak on one topic, which will be general in nature and not require any specialized knowledge. Then, all but the first contestant will remain in the room and the rest will be escorted to the breakout room by the Sergeant-at-Arms. The speech timing is 1 to 2 minutes. The contestants who speak for less than 1 minute or more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds will be disqualified. If I repeat, the contestants who speak less than 1 minute or more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds will be disqualified. Timing will begin with the contestant's first definite verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. This is usually the first word that is uttered by the contestant, but would include any other communication such as sound effect. All this is also counted. All contestants will speak from the same speaking area which was designated as of this morning, which again is here, this red line, all the way across to this black line. Clear?
Yes.
Perfect. The judges, contestants, functionaries and sergeant-at-arms have been fully briefed on the rules. Timers, please demonstrate the timing cards. Contestants, please turn back and look at the timer. The green card will be turned on at 1 minute and will remain on for 30 seconds, after which the yellow card will be displayed at 1 minute 30 seconds and will remain on for an additional 30 seconds till the red card. And the red card will be turned on at 2 minutes and will remain on till the rest of your speech. There will be no indication given that you have exceeded your 2 minute and 30 seconds timer. Please note, all contestants. Judges are instructed not to consider time in the ranking of the contestants. There will be 1 minute of silence after each contestant where the judges will get time to mark their ballots. There will be 2 minutes of time after the last contestant for the judges to tally their scores. Protests are limited to eligibility, originality, and reference to another contestant's speech in today's contest and must only be lodged by the voting judges or the contestants. Protests, if any, may be lodged with the chief judge prior to the adjournment of the contest. The contest chair for today's contest is Srivatsa GN. The chief judge for today's contest is Vineet Jain. Each contestant will be introduced in the following manner. Contestant number, contestant name, topic, contestant name, contestant number. We have, you remember the first statement I mentioned? Marathon contest. We have 20 contestants. Absolutely, in today's contest. The speaking order was determined during the contestants' briefing by the contest chair. To the timer, the judges, and everyone else, please note the order carefully. Contestant number 1, Yashendu Paresh Pandey. For the benefit of everyone, I'll be repeating this twice. Contestant number 1, Yashendu Paresh Pandey. Contestant number 1, Yashendu Paresh Pandey. Contestant number 2, Sanjana Dhingra. Contestant number 2, Sanjana Dhingra. Contestant number 3, Anand Rathore. Contestant number 3, Anand Rathore. Contestant number 4, Samir Chandan. Contestant number 4, Samir Chandan. Contestant number 5, Akshay Srivastava. Contestant number 5, Akshay Srivastava. Contestant number 6, Vanita Vadva. Contestant number 6, Vanita Vadva. Contestant number 7, Amal Nag. Contestant number 7, Amal Nag. Contestant number 8, Vikas Jalan. Contestant number 8, Vikas Jalan. Contestant number 9, Radha Kashinathan. Contestant number 9, Radha Kashinathan. Contestant number 10, Aditya Kher. Contestant judges, please note, contestant number 10 is not present. Judges and timer, all good? Great. Contestant number 11, Nibby Jacob. Contestant number 11, Nibby Jacob. Contestant number 12, Vineet Kumar Singh. Contestant number 12, Vineet Kumar Singh. Contestant number 13, Shweta Jalan. Contestant number 13, Shweta Jalan. Contestant number 14, Aravindan Rajendran. Contestant number 14, Aravindan Rajendran. Contestant number 15, Antara Devi. Contestant number 15, Antara Devi. Contestant number 17, Abhinesh M. Contestant number 16, Abhinesh M. Contestant number 16, Abhinesh M. Contestant number 17, Muzahir Hussain. Contestant number 17, Muzahir Hussain. Contestant number 18, Karthikeyan. Contestant number 18, Karthikeyan. Contestant number 19, Utkarsh Jayant. Contestant number 19, Utkarsh Jayant. Contestant number 20, Sakshi Srivastav. Contestant number 20, Sakshi Srivastav. Timer, have you noted down all? Yes. I confirm that all participants except contestant number 10 are present in the room. The judges, contest officials and contestants have all been briefed and we are now ready to begin the contest. Here are a few reminders before we begin though. No one will be allowed in or out of the meeting room when a contestant is speaking, be it whatever emergency. If you have to enter the meeting room, please wait until the Sergeant at Arms admits you in. By default, this entire contest is being recorded. However, if someone doesn't want the video to be recorded, please raise it later and we will make sure it's removed from the video. Kindly ensure all electronic noise producing devices such as mobiles, tablets are switched off or turned to silent mode, which are present with you and around you. Can we please make sure, especially the phone which rang a while back? All good, audience? None of the contestants will be addressed as Toastmasters, Distinguished Toastmaster, Doctor, Mr., Miss, Mrs. All the contestants will be called only with their names in order to maintain uniformity. Contestants, are you ready?
Yes.
Timers, tally counters, Sergeant at Arms, are you ready?
Yes.
Audience, are you ready?
Yes.
Chief Judge, shall we begin the contest?
Yes.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin the 2024-2025 program year Table Topics Contest for Whitefield Toastmasters Club, Area 1, Division D, District 92. I now request the contest chair to choose the topic for the contest. Sorry, I just had to get your attention. I have received the topic. I would request the Sergeant at Arms to please escort all the contestants except contestant number 1 to the breakout room. Yashindu. Chief Judge. Now I call upon contestant number 1. Contestant number 1, Yashendu Paresh Pandey. Please repeat after me. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
And guesses.
Contestant number 1, Yashendu Paresh Pandey. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Yashendu Paresh Pandey, contestant number 1.
Good morning, everyone. There's the tale, an old Greek mythos of Sisyphus. You see, Sisyphus is supposed to be a Greek man who was on Atlanta and decided to do some actions that angered the great god Poseidon. You see, Poseidon was a very clever god in terms of punishments that he catered to the people that wronged him. Sisyphus was then punished by Poseidon to eternally serve as a man who would take a rock right from the bottom of the hill, push it all the way till the top of the mountain, from morning till evening. At evening, every day when he slept, the rock would fall back down to the bottom, and he would have to do it once again. You see, in our lives, if we do not take actions or steps to improve them, to challenge ourselves constantly, to make new status quo out of what we are already, we are nothing but Sisyphus. In a way, our life can have purpose, but is it truly living? Your future is nothing but the culmination of your actions of the past, compounded by the actions that you take today. I believe Sisyphus defined his future the moment he wronged Poseidon. But more importantly, he never tried to challenge the status quo ever since then. It's up to you, my dear audience. The future that beholds you is a very bright one. Don't be Sisyphus. Challenge the status quo. Get better each day, because your future is determined by your present. Thank you.
We will maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please show the red card once the 1 minute is up.
Is it broken? Yeah, it's broken now.
Thank you. Contestant number 2, Sanjana Dhingra. Contestant, please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 2, Sanjana Dhingra. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Sanjana Dhingra, contestant number 2.
Okay. Though we can't predict the future, but whatever the things we will be doing for ourselves, actually we are not doing for ourselves. We will be doing for our future. Nowadays we are utilizing whatever the resources. We are not even thinking like what they will be having. But we should think about our future generation also. Like the resources we are having, like petrol, water, we are utilizing without thinking anything. We should be more focused on the things. How many would you agree like that we should maintain the things? Like pollution is increasing. So do you think we should do something? So I would request everyone, please be more conscious. Whatever the resources we are utilizing, whether water, petrol, air, everything. Thank you so much, everyone.
We will now maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer. Contestant number 3, Anand Rathore, please come on the stage. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 3, Anand Rathore. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Anand Rathore, contestant number 3.
For sure. Future depends on what we do today. One slap on your face can change your life. I was just 7 years old guy, and I did a big mistake. Maybe that big mistake was not more for me. I was like thinking, why my papa slapped me like this? What is it that mistake? I just took ₹1 from my papa's pocket to buy a chocolate. But always our future depends on one incident that slaps us, that can change our life and bring us to the height where we can believe that the future, which is really important than the past, because past already gone. Future
is the future of the life. And if you want to live the future, we need to make sure that our present must be nourished in such a manner that our future will be bright. So, considering the aspect of future, the life starts from past, settled in present, and grown in future. That can grow or that can goes into a bad thing. So better focus on your life as a futuristic person, and future will always belongs to you. Thanks.
We will now maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer.
Is anyone named Elias present? Summarization of the
Thank you, timer. Contestant number 4, Sameer Chandan. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly. Okay.
I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 4, Sameer Chandan. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Sameer Chandan, contestant number 4.
All right. Good afternoon to dear Toastmasters and guests present in this meeting. Today, the topic given to me is what I did today. What we did today? No. Oh God. What we did today? Yes. I'm sorry, I forgot the topic.
We will maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer. Contestant number 5, Akshay Srivastav. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 5, Akshay Srivastav. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Akshay Srivastav, contestant number 5.
Good afternoon, everyone. Believe me, I was trying hard for last 10 seconds to start with a joke, but my sense of humor is under construction these days, so I won't try that. But definitely, your future depends upon what you do, your daily task. It depends upon your daily deeds which you do, the 24 hours you have. And somewhere I have realized down the line that what you do on the daily basis is directly related to your happiness and your satisfaction index as well. Why would I say that? I used to make long timelines of the things I have to do in my life, but after 2 or 3 months, I was unable to do some of those tasks and I became unhappy. And that's why where I realized that I have to fix a timeline, and then only the goal will be visible to me and I can do it with full commitment. And that's how I figured out that I should make a list of things which are related to my contentment, my validation, like doing some sort of physical fitness or social validation through speaking in front of you guys, or maybe doing certain things which give me a sense of validation. Validation is not wrong, but you certainly have to decide what you have to do, and make a list of those things to make yourself happy, to see that future in front of you, which could be possible, definitely possible, but at the same time, the deadline in those things are really important. So all in all, I just want to say that just make a list out there, not for a prolonged timeline, but make a specific deadline out of that and just relate it to your happiness index and your satisfaction level as well. Thank you. Over to the contest master.
Now we will maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer. Contestant number 6, Vanita Vad. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 6, Vanita Vadva. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Vanita Vadva, contestant number 6.
I was looking outside the window the other day and I just had my grandfather's figure, I was just like staring into the tree and I had his figure. And what I recollected was what he had gone through. So by the age of 55, he had retired, like he had his own business. And we are migrators, so he had to like come here, set up his business, do everything. And by the time he retired, he realized that I don't have enough savings for my daughters and sons to get married, and I'm already retired. Now what? And then he told me that he had studied law at the age of 55 and he started practicing it. And I was like, wow, like who does that, at the age of 55, get that energy, get into the mode, get going in the market, be active with an old age on the physical side is something which is tremendous. So he has left that impact on me that age is nothing to do with anything. And if you want to see how you want to be in future, you better start preparing for it from today onwards. And it's okay to be wrong. What matters is what you want to become, just, walk towards it. So my grandfather served a really good example for that. And I would want to also get into the future and become what I want to by taking the steps today. Over to you.
We will now maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer. Contestant number 7, Amal Nag. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 7, Amal Nag. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Amal Nag, contestant number 7.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is obvious that the seeds that we bow today will grow into a tree in some times down the line, whether 1 or 2 years or 5 years down the line. So it is very important that what we are doing today or what we are going to do tomorrow is very important for our future generations as well as the generations to come. And it is applicable with regards to everything, whether we are doing our regular practices with respect to sustainability, or whether we are doing it for our self-being or our living purpose. One thing that I always tell to my son, that if we waste food today, then it is possible that the farmers who had put so much efforts in farming this, or the people, laborers who are behind this to bring that food to our plate, they might be suffering because they had to work hard to produce more. So it is very important that what we do today, we should keep everything in mind, that if we are doing something today, we should be in essence beneficial for what we can achieve in future. That's all. Thank you.
We will now maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer. Contestant number 8, Vikas Chalan. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 8, Vikas Chalan. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Vikas Jalan, contestant number 8.
We often come across situations where we say, oh, my exam was there. The question paper was out of syllabus. It didn't came, whatever I studied and whatever I left, it was totally opposite. When we move to college, it's the same story. Oh, I was not able to perform. I didn't get a job because the company was looking for some particular attendance and all that. Then we move to the company. The same situation again. Oh, this particular project, I got a red project. Why do I have to get all the bad people, all the non-performers in my team? It's all the same right from the starting. But have we thought that there are certain things which we can control and there are certain things which we cannot control? Can you control your boss? Can you control your members? Can you control what is going to come in the examinations? No. So, I think if you go with a positive frame of mind is control the controllables. What I have an obligation or what I can control is my action. I can study my best and cannot control what is going to come in the exams. I can control that doing my plannings to the best so that in the project, no matter what is the kind of members or who is my boss, I'm able to execute it to the green. So, my future depends upon me if I focus on the positive aspects which I can control and work towards that. Nothing else matters. Thank you.
We will now maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer. Contestant number 9, Radha Kashinathan. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 9, Radha Kashinathan. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Radha Kashinathan, contestant number 9.
Radha, it's already 8:30. When will you wake up? Radha, it's already 2:30. When will you have lunch? Radha, it's already 10:30. When will you go to sleep? Hamba, that was my mom. She used these 3 sentences in last 10 years. Every time I was like, why she's behind me? I was like, I want that day when I go out of my home and I enjoy my freedom and do whatever I want to do. After 28 years of my life, I came out of Ahmedabad. I landed in this beautiful city called Bangalore. I had nothing, no friends, no roommate. I don't know what is green line, what is purple line, how to manage. Somehow I survived in a PG. Every evening, my mom will call and ask, when did you wake up? Did you have your lunch? When are you sleeping? And I was like, again? You really want to do this again? It took me 3 months to experience the changes. Ladies and gentlemen, for 28 years, I didn't have any allergies. For 28 years, I was not admitted. For 28 years, I didn't know that I could get a stone in my kidney. What I want to say is, what you do today can shape your future. That is something I learned from my parents. It's so important to have a schedule, discipline. You have to have water. You need those constant reminders. Because if you take care of your today's self, you're sorted. So now, I'm ready to go to Toronto or to Australia because I know how to manage myself. Because those 28 years of reminders made my today better. And fortunately, my future will be even more brighter. Thank you. Back to you.
We will now maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer. Contestant number 11, Nibi Jacob. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 11, Nibi Jacob. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Nibi Jacob, contestant number 11.
What an apt topic for all of us this morning. All of us are here today because of something that we started years ago. I remember being in class 10, 11th, 12th, absolutely confused about what should I be pursuing in my life. Well, my parents had grand ideas of me becoming a doctor, an engineer, and so put me through the entrance exams. But I was absolutely certain that is not what I wanted to do. I hadn't figured out what I wanted to do. So I went for the entrance exam, slept throughout the exam, came back out. My father asked me, how was the exam? I said, it was brilliant, because I had a brilliant nap. I still had to figure out my way, what would I get to? And so I started experimenting. Anyone that would offer me an internship, whether it was for a week, whether it was for a month, I would go and get started. And guess what that helped me figure out? Is that something that I really wanted to do? Is that something that I wasn't great at? And so slowly but surely, I narrowed in on genetic counseling by the time I was at the end of my undergrad. So all of these experiences helped me figure out what I wanted to do in my professional life, and trust me, dear Toastmasters, it's something that I'm absolutely passionate about even today. And I'm so glad those little steps, those small steps that I took when I was in school, when I was in 11th and 12th, when I was absolutely clueless, is what led me to reaching where I am here today. So never lose track, never feel lost. If you can do nothing, if you think you're going to do nothing about it, don't. Try and do one small thing, one small step. It can be talking to another person. Each and every experience that you have, everything that you take up, leads to your future and takes you to exactly where you're meant to be. Back to you, Contest Master.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer. Contestant number 12, Vineet Kumar Singh. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 12, Vineet Kumar Singh. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Vineet Kumar Singh, contestant number 12.
Future depends on what you do today. This is a time where lots of things are happening. Many of you come from IT and technology background, and these days we hear lots of around AI is going to disrupt the whole market. And they say AI is not going to disrupt the market. People who know AI, they will disrupt the market. And this is always there. People say 20 years back, 30 years back, when computer came, we thought the jobs will go away. Many people started saying that computers shouldn't come in India because that will go away. All the jobs will be, eaten by people who use computers. But that didn't happen. Rather, it created a new economy for India. And I think that's where it's so important that what we are doing today becomes so critical. There is something called power of now. Yesterday I was discussing with one of my friend, and he said that it's so difficult, like there's so much of pressure in my work and everything. How do I kind of manage it, right? There are so many things you have to plan, FY25, this and that. What is the one thing that I can do? Because there are hundreds of things that is pulling me, my relationships, my this. And I said, how about thinking about this moment? How about just trying to do your best in this moment, being 100% involved in this moment, but not getting entangled in that moment. So trying to understand what you have to do next, do your best now, and that's how your future will be planned, instead of thinking, getting stressed out. AI will change the situations, things are changing from a career perspective, relationship perspective and all that. What I feel is, if you have to plan your future, the only thing I can do is be my 100% in the moment. When I'm giving speech, I am here with all of you. Instead of thinking, man, whether can I win? What will happen about the result? But how about just doing my best? Participating and giving my best speech that I can give. So that's it all about. Thank you so much. Back to you, the contest.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer. Contestant number 13, Shweta Jalan. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 13, Shweta Jalan. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Shweta Jalan, contestant number 13.
Right now, I'm a senior manager heading an IT team. But when I was 20, I did my biotechnology. Can you see this shift? I was into a biotech firm, and today I'm leading an IT team as a software engineer manager. Now, this is what I thought 20 years back when I was changing my line from something in bio to IT, because there were no jobs in bio at that time. And that is the day I saw my future. That is the day when I thought that it is today that I have to learn something and then go. This journey was not so simple. From the bio to IT, I had to learn a lot of programming languages, because every company in Bangalore would only hire ITians. Then, that time, when if I would have thought that I will be in what I have did and not try to change something for my future, I wouldn't have been such a successful software engineer manager today. And of course, a very reputed firm. So, my friends, do not think what your future will be, but do that change right now if you want to see yourself in a different way in the future. And future is is now as well. When you see today, your future is 10 years ahead. So what you want, you should do today. We have joined Toastmasters to learn communication skills, to see ourselves as speakers. So the future for tomorrow is today. Thank you.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer. Contestant number 14, Aravindan Rajendran. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 14, Aravindan Rajendran. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Aravindan Rajendran, contestant number 14.
Good afternoon all. How many of you believe the future depends on you what you do today? Raise your hands. How many of you? Okay. So rest of them don't believe. It's just a go with flow. Okay. So I will give a 2 example story. There are 2 friends. One who like working hard for his future, the other one is like a chill guy, do Netflix, do whatever like thing he thinks. The other guy is like a workaholic kind of person. He do the hard work very well. At the end of the day, it's the other person is telling his luck. But what I believe is today what we do is reflection of in the future. So that's what the success and everything is being believed and being delivered. So let's take the example of mine. So I have studied and I have crossed like many struggles in my life. But what I believed is what we do today is our best for tomorrow. Let's say today I'm speaking here. So I need to take stages and then only one point of time I will be in some contest like district level contest or the world champion of public speaking level contest. If we want to go to that level, we need to do it today. So I believe that what we do today is our future. Hope you all so believe so. Thank you. Back to you, contest master.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer. Contestant number 15, Antara Devi. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 15, Antara Devi. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Antara Devi, contestant number 15.
Ten years back, I used to work for a retail company. It's called Landmark Group. And when I used to work there, I felt that, I have to do something else rather than retail, because I felt that was not my calling. I should not be saying it. I earned salary from there for almost 3 years. But as the luck would have it, I went to multiple interviews. Like, I went to 3 companies, I guess, and I got rejected in all those 3 interviews, right? But all 3 of them were retail company only, because nobody else would call me. Dejected, I thought that, okay, fine, this is it. Let me try somewhere else. And I suddenly got a call from my current company, which is Flipkart. And when I went there for the interview, I had an amazing 7 rounds. At that time, there was one person who I met after I joined the company. I got selected, of course. When I joined there, there was a gentleman who interviewed me somewhere else. And he asked me, "Oh, you've joined this company. Are you happy here?" I said, "Yes. But you are the person who actually, rejected me in the other interview." He said, "Yes, because I wanted you to join here with me." Sadly, I was not on his team. I was in some other team. But he was very happy to see me. And as the luck would have it, I would say again that, my future right now depends on what happened that time, right? Similarly, I'm again jobless. I've resigned from my current company as well. And there would be some other interviews which will be lined up. So let's see where does my future or my action right now takes me. And I think wherever I go, that would be another 10 years of amazing work elsewhere. Thank you.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Time up. I request everyone to please ensure that your phones are on silent. Contestant number 16, Abhinesh M. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 16, Abhinesh M. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Abhinesh M, contestant number 16.
We as humans have a history of around 300,000 years. We became civilized since the last 70,000 years ago. And whatever we did at that time has been impacting us until now. I, being a part of an energy company, we believe that whatever we do today is going to decide what is going to happen tomorrow. Because as we continue to deplete the oil resources that we currently have, the question comes to your mind, or even to everybody's mind, is what will happen to the world and what will happen to something like energy security when we deplete all the resources. So we need to take a moment to step back and think, what are we doing now? How much are we consuming? Because I believe that consumption is one of the main forcing factors behind what we are going to leave as legacy to the generations which are coming in the future. As we reduce our consumption, be it oil, be it gas, be it water resources, be it minerals, anything below or above ground, if we reduce consumption, we can make sure that the future generations will have enough for a sustainable future, as well as for something that we take for granted, like security of life. We don't have to think about predators anymore that we were thinking about in the past. But the future should be such that they need not think about what are we going to do if we don't have a car to drive, or if we don't have water to drink, or if we don't have clean air to breathe. So for me, we need to reduce consumption. Thank you.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer. Contestant number 17, Mazahir Hussain. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 17, Mazahir Hussain. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Mazahir Hussain, contestant number 17.
That was a wonderful topic, contest master. Said no contestant ever. But with this topic, I totally resonate with that. Because I remember reading a book where Martin Luther King Jr. quotes, "Even if the world would go to pieces tomorrow, I'll still plant my apple tree today." So the future absolutely depends on what you do today. We have a lot of plans. Every time during the last quarter of the every year, we all started looking at the applications, website, talks, what not possible, how would your new year be? Some of us even start with certain practices. But look at them around you. Look at where they are. I'll talk about my own self. When the beginning of this year, thought I'll be in better shape. Trust me, I'm hiding my tummy right now behind this coat. I downloaded multiple apps. I spoke with who not possible, couple of gym trainers, whatnot. A friend of mine, Anshul, gave me an advice and he says, "Mazahir, talk to me after you diligently go to a gym for 1 month." And yours truly did step, not even a step closer to gym. Spoke so much, now I'm looking for something or the other to happen. There were a lot of these goals that I set up for my own self, but you're talking and you're looking at a failure right now. I'm the example of the guy who think a lot, can be achieved for the entire year, does nothing. If not you, at least you know people who are there. And they all need a person like you in their life. to make sure whatever you're planning to do or they're planning to do, if you get to know about them, help them. But when you fly in the aeroplane, they say before helping others, help yourself. So think about the goals that you've been delaying for a lot of time. What not possible? You must have thought something or the other. Put them down all together. Take help. There are various platforms available for you. Because if you're planning to do something, and if you're planning to have a better future for your own self, there is no better day than today. Think through. Take help. If not others, think about yourself. And if you got that goal already in place, help others, because there's no better friend than people who are helping each other. Are you all with me? Louder, are you all with me?
Yes.
Super. Thank you so much. Back to you.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer. Contestant number 18, Karthikeyan. Thank you. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 18, Karthikeyan. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Karthikeyan, contestant number 18.
Question is, the future depends on what you do today. Okay. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I believe basically on what you today makes you to a greater path. I've seen in my personal life in several occasions taking small steps in every part of your journey, whether it's work or it's growing kids or it's about everything. What you do depends on small steps that you do. As part of it, if you take, for me, even coming to this Toastmasters and coming to the stage is a step that I do for moving towards the next step. Similarly, I think this is one of the small steps always helps us in doing better. And one of the things I always believe is you need to ask the one book called Good Leaders Ask Great Questions. I think questions is the best way to grow and shape your futures. Thank you.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. My best friend, the timer. Contestant number 19, Utkarsh Jain. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 19, Utkarsh Jain. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Utkarsh Jain, contestant number 19.
So, hi everyone. I'm the 19th speaker, so everyone must have till now heard a lot of things, a lot of gyan from a lot of people, a lot of stories, a lot of things, right? Oh, there's no energy in the room. Everyone is kind of, down on energy. It's okay, not an issue, not an issue. So instead of me trying to get into share something wow, wondrous anything or something general gyan, I'll just try to share a little bit about myself and how I believe that the things which I do today kind of affects my future. As a person, I've always in my life believed that I believed in planning my things. Stage 1, when I was in engineering, I thought of doing something when I will graduate from college. Stage 2 is when I started working. I thought about, well, I'll prepare, go for my B school, get into a B school and get into do something, right? I wanted to, at that time, get into general management of something. A good campus placement actually. Step 3 is when I completed my MBA, I thought about, I got a campus placement. I thought about getting into product management. And now step 4, I'm doing product management, I'm doing good work, but I want to do something more. So essentially what I'm trying to say is, at every stage, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, I pre-planned my things. In every stage I pre-planned, I thought about what I need to do. And to achieve that time, I planned it in the previous stage. So for example, to get into a good B school, I had to prepare and prepare for CAT exams. Similarly, getting into product management, I had to spend a lot of time in preparing for the interviews and a lot of things. Yeah. In short, that's the general thing which I can talk about.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer. Contestant number 20, Sakshi Srivastav.
Thank you.
Please repeat after me with hand gestures.
Yeah.
I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Contestant number 20, Sakshi Srivastav. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. Sakshi Srivastav, contestant number 20.
Absolutely agree to the statement that yes, future depends what we do today. We can start from a very basic thing that we used to study in our course books in NCERT or the CBSE books, saying that we should save what we are doing right today for our future generation. Starting from of course, the natural resources that, the water, the minerals. So these are the ones that we start with. We start thinking from that, yes, we need to save it for our generation. At the same time, we want to make everything sustainable, and it should be sustainable not for our current generation, but for the future generation as well. This is all about the natural resources, the very basic thing that we used to study, that we used to transfer it from to our kids. Another thing which is very important, of course, we should progress in our life, is the knowledge. So knowledge is something that we should transfer it from our generation to the next generation, and those knowledge transfer could be any inventions, the learning, the necessities that we have identified in our today. We should save it, we should transfer it to our next generation, and those are so at the same time we should live life king size. At the same time, we should also think about our future. Our future is our kids, our next generation, and that's how we can build a sustainable future for tomorrow. That's it. Thank you.
We will now observe 5 minutes of silence for the judges to mark their ballots and hand the same to the tally counters. Timer. Timer. Guys, it's 5 minutes of silence. Please try to speak softly at least.
After the contest, don't forget to collect from me the notification on winners. It's there, I'll give it to you. It's for you. You need to pass on to the contest. If someone misses out, the next person can.
Sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy the contest? Don't. Yo. The future depends on what you do today. Don't you think we have every right to recognize and congratulate our participants for taking that challenge, coming on stage, facing you guys and delivering that topic? Yes? Yes. Please join me in welcoming the contestants. Contestant number 1, Yashendu Paresh Pandey. Contestant number 2, Sanjana Dhingra. Contestant number 3, Anand Rathod. Contestant number 4, Sameer Chandan. Contestant number 5, Akshay Srivastav. Contestant number 6, Vanita Varma. Contestant number 7, Amal Nag. Contestant number 8, Vikas Jalan. Contestant number 9, Radha Kashinathan. Contestant number 11, Nibby Jacob. Contestant number 12, Vinit Kumar Singh. Contestant number 13, Shweta Jalan. Contestant number 14, Aravindan Rajendran. Contestant number 15, Antara Devi. Contestant number 16, Abhinesh M. Contestant number 17, Mazahir Hussain. Contestant number 18, Karthikeyan. So I apologize, your certificate isn't ready, but we're going to use the power of Adobe After Effects to put it in.
Okay. Thank you.
No, it's with me. Contestant number 19, Utkarsh. Okay. Contestant number 20, Sakshi. Thank you. Shall we have a mega group photo, contestants? Yes.